Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous, the day-to-day grind, preparing for fleet carriers, and beta starts tomorrow, April the 7th at 5 a.m. Central Time and 11 UTC. So, yeah, cool. Looking forward to it. And we only need 4.3, a little over 4.3 million to get over 8.35. Every 50 million we bring you another video. Because we are grinding, but I'm doing videos, so I can't do nearly as much as I used to. But it's probably a third of what I could do if I wasn't doing videos. So let's look at the list for our fleet carriers. Like I said, April the 7th, this is April 6th of the recording of this video. April 7th will be PC beta. And May, next month, as of the publication of this video, will be PC and console beta. So that's pretty exciting, and some have said, based on past updates, that it might only be 10% of the cost of the item, like fleet carrier, for you to be able to beta test. So we'll see. Right now, around 3% of the players in Elite Dangerous have 5 billion or more. But you'll get to see it because I have 8.3. Now they say they take a snapshot 2 weeks prior to the beta, and that's what gets moved to another server, and we'll be playing the beta on a different server, be piped over to a different instance. And I was 6.3 2 weeks ago. So even at that, if it's 5 billion or if it's 500 million, that's fine. I'm going to be hopefully doing the beta tomorrow. Hopefully they include it on my launcher, and all indications based on past updates that they will. And I'll be bringing it to you as much as I can. I have to deliver all my missions today, where by 5 a.m. in the morning, I'm freed up to just focus on the fleet carrier. The fleet carrier will be sold to individuals, not groups. Now, individuals can allow groups, like squadrons, our friends, to access their fleet carrier, or they don't have to let anyone have access to it but themselves. There'll be 12 or 13 stations around the galaxy that will have in their contacts a fleet carrier vendor, so that during the beta and tomorrow and next month, and then when it goes live in June, there will be a contact that's fleet carrier vendor, and inside that will be a showroom. When you click on it, it'll give you a showroom of all the options that you have for fleet carriers and what it's going to cost you, and during the beta, and then when it goes live to the masses. There will be 16 landing pads, 8 small, 4 medium, 4 large. For me, it's just a large motor home that moves around the galaxy that holds all my stuff. And that's really where I'm at, because I can make my credits doing missions between Sothis and Ceos. So home is really going to be a station near Sothis and Ceos. And I thought I had the right system for it, and I think I found about one that's closer. And each of the rings are not is spread out. So sys left. See if we can find it. Here it is. It says from here it's 2105. So with the COs, I might have to free up some bookmarks to be able to get over there. At some point we'll have to go scan it. So that will probably be the new home instead of over here, but it'll be one of those. Okay, when you land on your fleet carrier where we have the services of the station in front of us now, we'll have a fleet carrier management. Now what's really cool, sys right, where there's 3 tabs there, there'll be 3 tabs here if you have a fleet carrier. The middle one will be fleet carrier management, and you can manage your fleet carrier from anywhere in the galaxy. You don't have to be landed on the fleet carrier to manage it. So that's pretty cool. Now, upkeep cost is going to be a minimum of 10 million, as high as 25 million per week, based on the services that you turn on and the crews that you have to hire. So we'll find out more about that tomorrow too. It has cargo space of up to 25,000 tons. That's total. That's total weight that you can add to it with your ships and with your modules and your stored modules. And I got 72, which most of them are modded. And I'm bringing over everything to my fleet carrier. So everything that you have. And you can have refueling and repair and restock and remote workshop and outfitting and shipyard and probably advanced maintenance too. They haven't said that yet. And the one thing that's kind of aggravating some of the explorers is there's no universal cartographics. For an explorer, I can understand why that they're not happy about that. Now what's kind of odd about that is in here, you can turn in bounty vouchers on your fleet carrier. That's a data item that has to be connected through the Galaxy network. So what's the difference between bounty vouchers and universal cartographics? So yes, I can understand their aggravation. You'll be able to deposit monies or credits and cargo and the fuel, tritium, from your ships to the fleet carrier. And there's no support ships, as initially announced back several years ago when they were planning this. Your ships are your support ships. So you have to go collect that stuff, or your friends have to go collect it and deliver it, or your squadron, or you open it to the public and have it in commodities, where you put out buy orders, and people will come and fill those buy orders. what you're wanting to buy, and then of course what you want to sell. There will be a livery where, let's see, yeah, on my ships, they're cobalt with little fins on the side, spoiler in the back. Both my cutter and my Python look similar, and hopefully I can make my fleet carrier look similar to my ships. There will be 4 kind of configurations of the fleet carriers. There'll be a default, which that's the one I'll probably go with. There'll be an explorer version, there'll be a mining version, and there'll be a trading version. So like I said, I'll probably do the default version, but we'll see. They'll be shown in the showroom in beta tomorrow, so we'll get a first look at it. We're going to bring that first look to you. Now, when these things go from one system to another, you might go to the YouTube channel for Elite Dangerous, the official Elite Dangerous YouTube channel, and watch the last 2 videos that they produced, which was the announcement of fleet carriers and some of the services of fleet carriers. Watch those. There is one where they show a fleet carrier going into hyper jump, so traveling. Huge cloud, lightning, thunder, roar, and the fleet carrier goes through it, just like you would see with the large battleships or the mega ships, how they go from one system to another. And what's nice, your fleet carrier is indestructible. You or no one else can destroy it. You can decommission it, but you can't destroy it or damage it. And now the decommission takes a whole week. You can't use it during that week, but it's turning it back into to the faction, because these are all going to be sold by factions, by the large factions, Federation, Empire, Alliance. And where you paid $5 billion for it, when it goes live, you'll only get $4 billion back. So you'll lose $1 billion credits if you decommission, and it might be because you just don't want to take the time. Your fleet carrier is operating 24/7, 365. So even when you're offline, it's eating up resources. So you might get tired of that and you want to have it decommissioned. So, but it will cost you $1 billion to return it. And as you can tell, it's a really bad allergy season for me and my friends and family. So I don't know what the deal is there. I usually don't have as many allergies this time of the year. I have them during the winter because I'm allergic to mountain cedar trees, but boy, it's been bad this year. Player's Handbook. Is this right? Is this right? So if we go to Codex, go to Player's Handbook, there'll be a tab for fleet carriers. So when you click on it, it'll give you all the information about fleet carriers. So that will be helpful, especially as of tomorrow, because we know very little. And you can hire and fire your crews. And you have crews for everything. You have a crew for refueling, you have a crew for repair, you have outfitting crew, a shipyard crew, a deck crew that takes care of flying the ship, and you have those that take care of maintenance on the ship. So just like a station, they have crews, and it costs them, I have heard, upwards of like $1 trillion to keep for the upkeep of a large station. Well, yours will cost in the billion, maybe $1 billion, up to $1 billion a year. Probably not. Probably more like 500 million per year. It's at 10 to 25 million per week. charge. So we have some cargo missions that are going to be expiring very soon if we don't deliver them, if they haven't already. Because I've been away for just a few several hours. So sis left. See how bad the damage is. Yeah, we got a 4-hour or a 5-hour one. It's 2 Babbage. We pick it up from Sothis Mining, and we have to get over there and pick those up so it doesn't expire. I'm probably going to only take Palladium now, since tomorrow's the beta, and I need to deliver all my missions before the end of day today. So I'm ready for beta tomorrow. So let's get to Sothis Mining. Sis left. And zoom out makes it a little bit faster. Make sure you press that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of your video. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free to subscribe to somebody, but it really helps the publisher with YouTube. And I bring you more videos or more information.
Detach confirmed. Regulate speed until outside the exclusion zone.
More information when I have it, and you're notified when I produce more videos. So please subscribe, and underneath the video at the bottom of the description you'll see ways of donating. So please consider donating to the cause of over 500 videos that we've created just since January. So be sure to help us out.
Optimized security scans on approach.
Frameshift drive charging.
And underneath the video to the left, you'll see my YouTube channel, GFM_RDG. Like I had mentioned, there's over 500 videos for you to watch, and about every topic you can imagine.
3, 2, 1, engage.
From working with the engineers to collecting materials, material traders, the Guardian surface site to get the Guardian FSD booster, and interdictions. I do have 2 videos on 7 interdictions in one Super Cruise run. That's between the star and the station. 7 of them. It's crazy. And there's a one that's 6 that's in my cutter. So that's really crazy because it's like flying a freight train. I mean, it's just huge, and it doesn't respond like the Python does. I mean, where, I can do this and do this. It's just much even slower. I mean, yeah, even the Python's not instant, but it's better than the cutter. And chasing escape vectors and things like that. And I'm not really a combat pilot. I have an elite in trade, an elite in exploring, and I am competent. I have the competent rank of combat, but it's very low risk combat. Sis left. And I do some skimmer and stinger bounty hunting, so you can look up those too. If you're into low risk combat or not into combat and want to just check it out. So yeah, I have a lot of respect for those that have triple elites in combat and in trade and explore. I like the trade and exploring more than any of the others. And that's what my fleet carrier is going to do, is support my trading and exploring. So keep joining me. As of tomorrow, it takes me a while to record, to edit, to publish videos. So, I mean, it's not an instantaneous thing. It takes like 3 times longer than just recording. So, I mean, I can do up to 500 million a day, delivering missions from here in Sothis to Ceos and Ceos to Sothis. But doing the videos, it's maybe 200 to 250. So it's just not quite as easy. Sis left. And there's NPCs that like to beat me to the request for docking.
Docking request granted.
So I have to do it right at 7.50. So you see these ships that come in. A lot of times they're trying to beat me to the to landing. Now some of them are small ships, so they don't affect anything. I really wish there were a second medium pad. That would help. But this is supposed to be an obstacle course for you. They throw one right after another obstacles in your way for you to try to overcome. See, I like the trading exploring aspects without all the obstacles. But it is what it is. I have 2,100 hours playing this game. So there has to be something good about it for me to play 2,100 hours. But for me, it's really an okay to a good game.
Engines disengaged.
It could be a great game if they would fix a lot of the issues, like runaway throttles, and cut back on all of the interdictions that I get. Sis left. We have to go to Babbage because we're running out of time on those. And like I said, we'll only be accepting Palladium for now to cut back on our missions. Deliver 180 of Palladium for 10.5 million in one mission. That will get us way over our goal. So, but I fill up the Python, which has 280 units of storage, and this only takes up 180 of that. So I'll have 100 more that I can deliver to Babbage. I deliver to one station at a time. So deliver 180 of Palladium to Babbage right there. We load it up, click on it, go back, sis left, Babbage, deliver 120 Palladium. See, we can't carry all of that because we only have space for 100 more, but we can carry it as a partial, and we get paid for it the next time we go to Babbage, probably the next load after this one. Boom, delivery 120 Palladium. See, we filled our cargo.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
But we only need a little over 4 million, and we're going to deliver over 10 million credit worth. Okay. So what we're going to look for is only Palladium cut back on our cargo missions because they pay the most, so we'll go ahead and accept that one. But I have to deliver everything before I quit for the day to be ready for tomorrow's beta. Now this is going to be could be a big year for Elite Dangerous. We have the fleet carriers and then space legs and planetary bases, personal planetary bases. So it could be a very big year. So stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe so you'll be notified when I produce more videos. And I thank all of the new subscribers and the ones that have been with me since January, and all of those that have donated. I am just so thankful because I can't do it without you. All of those that have watched my videos over right at almost 2,000 individual users have watched my videos. 2,000, that's crazy. That many people would watch my videos, I never imagined. Now I just need more subscribers and then we'd be good. If I had 2,000 subscribers, that'd be a totally different. I'd get support from YouTube. Okay, well we need to get to Babbage. Sis left. At the very end where you see the red block, it's because I got two ships here. I got the original Sidewinder and I have a cutter. See, it says there's a Sidewinder and an Imperial cutter. I like the cutter. It's just with interdictions it's not as much fun, but it will probably be my support ship for the fleet carrier, the main support ship. Because it can hold 720 with my Python, it's 280 units of storage.
Landing gear chip released. Engines engaged.
Like I had mentioned, if you would press that subscribe button, it would help me greatly
Drive charging.
with YouTube. I could get some support from YouTube if I have enough subscribers, so please subscribe. It also informs you when I create more of these preparing for fleet carriers, beta, fleet carrier beta videos that I'm going to create tomorrow. So tomorrow will be very exciting. It's beta testing the new fleet carrier. So be sure to watch those videos and do not accelerate till you pass. You're not pointing at the star. It can be very damaging to your ship and to your life, your game life. And on the blue throttle bar that's to the left of the throttle, I slow down to the bottom of that bar during interdictions. And we will be interdicted. We've already been notified that we will be interdicted. Sis up. Sis up. See, he knew that he'd eventually find me. He finds me like every time. He camps out here at Cios. I usually get 4+ interdictions per Super Cruise run. And if you look at the sensor behind that little dot, they're starting to load up too. And I'll start slowing down. When I turn toward, they'll probably really show up. There's the first one. You need a good ship that you're comfortable with. That's engineer modded. So watch those engineer videos that I have. I show you how to unlock the engineers, where to find the material to unlock the engineers. We go to the engineer. We go through pretty much every module that they modify, especially the ones that I have on the ship at that time. And I even go through where you modify weapons, and I'm not much of a weapons person because I have a fully modded railgun, and I think I have a few others in my storage. I have 72 stored modules, and at least 50 or 60 of those are modded modules. And I have something like 6 or 8 Guardian FSD boosters in 3, 4, and 5 class. So whatever ship I'm using, I can transfer a Guardian FSD booster and get an extra 10.5 up to 10.5 added to my already loaded 45 light year range. There are a few ships that you can even get better range. Sys left. And I'll set up Super Cruise Assist. I still could get interdicted, but it's usually not as often after that first wave of interdictors, but sometimes you get a second wave here at the end. So always be prepared. This is not one of those games that you can just play it lackadaisical. It's not an easy game. So if you've gotten this far, that's pretty good. And you're always, a lot of times you have to concentrate or you'll die. You'll run into stars or get killed by pirates, and so you have to be prepared. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. You have to watch that sensor down there if you get a yellow behind you. I've been interdicted by a security force once upon a time too. And they said they wanted to inspect my ship, and it's like I did not give in to that. They can inspect my ship at the station because I go to the stations often enough that they can inspect me at the station. I do not give in to interdictions. Now, I have been knocked out of Super Cruise before, and you just punch it to the maximum and boost as often as you can. Sys left.
Lacey, Romeo, Golf, India. Welcome to this federal facility. Please observe all standard docking procedures.
And you see to the left I have heat sinks, so as your ship heats up because of the pirates using thermal weapons, you cool down your ship and try to get back into Super Cruise to be interdicted all over again.
You are go for approach to pad 3-3. Assisted docking initiated.
But I've been playing for 8 months and I've only died twice, and that was in the beginning, the second day that I played. I have not died since in almost 8 months. And I'm not a super game player. So if I can do it, you can do it. If I can get 8.35 billion in credits, so can you. If I can get 18% competent combat rank, so can you, for those that are not combat oriented, because I'm not. I look for low risk targets, skimmers, stingers, and guardian skimmers and guardian sentinels. Now the guardian sentinels were the scariest ones, but many say that they're more bark than bite if you've got a point defense on your ship at the time. And I believe that is true because I did have a point defense on my ship when I went to the Guardian surface site, and it made a huge difference. So So that was a really good idea to take a point defense with you and park near the Guardian surface site, so your ship can protect you. But that Guardian skimmer shot a missile at me and exploded right in front of my SRV. It didn't damage, as far as I know. I haven't gone back and watched it again, but since then, but yep, we went over 8.35. The next video will be at 8.4 billion credits. We do have a partial that I need to offload. And on the next mission that probably will not be videotaped, just, well, everything's videotaped, but published, is I only do it when we cross each 50 million. And I bring you any additional information that I have about fleet carriers, but I give it to you all on each video. That way you don't have to go back and watch every one of them to get the whole spiel. But it's good to watch all my videos. I appreciate all those that are watching over all my videos. And over 200 hours people have watched my videos, so I really appreciate that too. That means a lot. Is this right? And I hope you're entertained. I do my best. My voice is not a TV voice, or TV or radio voice. It is not. And I have allergies. I take out the coughs during the editing, the best that I can find them. And that's partly why it takes so long to edit. So I do my very best to bring you the most educational, informative videos and be as detailed as absolutely possible for you. I want you to get the most out of it. So what we're looking for is, that's Don's Inheritance. We're looking for missions that are going back to Sothis mining. That's what we're looking for, like that. See, that's gravy. that's the round trip. We like those. So we can load up for the round trip. I get really excited about those, because those are just extra. See if there's any more. There's usually not too many. Sometimes I'll get 2, and I like them. There's one. That's a little one. Those little 2s and 3s, that's because I donated when I was building the reputation. See my reputation? It's maxed. Max out the reputation. And donate to them. Donate credits to them. It's in your best interest. Okay, so we got 2 missions. Is this right? Going back to Sothis mining, and those are just gravy. I wish we could completely load up, but there's usually not that many to Sothis mining. From Sothis mining, that's a different story. And at Sothis mining, if you go there and they don't have very many missions, just run some of the small ones, and on the round trips when you get back to Sothis mining, times they got more than enough. So you just load up when there is missions. You stack those missions that I keep hearing from the so-called experts how terrible that is. Frontier put where I could have up to 20. Sis left. So if it's so terrible, why can I have up to 20 of them? So it can't be all that terrible. It's in the game for a reason. See, like here, this one, when we deliver it to Sothis, I can take the 1.2 million, which I will, and you get added reputation, which I can't because I'm maxed. See, that's 2 pluses on the reputation, but if I take 33,000 instead, I get 5 pluses on the reputation. Take some of those, especially in the beginning. Take those reputation ones. It will pay off for you. So take those. Very important. Build that reputation first, and you will see the rewards of 10.5 million for 180 cargo run. You'll see those too if you max out your reputation. And I'd say 90, at least 90% of all the credits I've made is here between Sothis and Ceos. So it is a honey hole, but it's way out 550 light years away from anything. That's partly why it's a honey hole, and that the pirates go into a frenzy. That's part of the reason that it is the way it is. So make sure you look down to the bottom right and press that subscribe button. It'll really help me. It doesn't cost you anything. And you'll be notified when I produce more videos. So please subscribe. And underneath the video, in the description,
Landing gear retracted.
Ship released. Go for departure.
there is options of donating. Please donate to the cause. We need as much help as we can get. This is an extreme undertaking, creating all these videos. So partner with me and help me get these videos out.
After landing.
Frameshift drive.
Underneath the video to the left, you see my YouTube channel page, GFM_RDG, where you will find over 500 additional videos of all kinds of interesting things.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
There's even the Ultimate Fishing Simulator. That's pretty cool too. I like that one. It has its issues too. So does the voice attack that I use to use voice for commands. It has its issues at times. And so does the Oculus Rift S. It has its issues where it loses tracking. I mean, I just wish these companies could fix their stuff. Yeah, I rant on ED about broken stuff. Well, everything's broken. You know, the Oculus Rift, the voice attack, ice fishing and Ultimate Fishing Simulator, my copy at least, is broken there. Now, all the other fishing works fine, but the ice fishing is broken because I can catch a marlin on a 150-pound test that's 1,500 pounds, but I cannot catch a half a pound trout on that same 150-pound test on ice fishing. So what's with that? So I rant on that too. I don't sugarcoat anything. I'm not an apologist for anyone. So I'll tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly about everything. And it just helps you be prepared for whatever you face. If you know all aspects, good, bad, and ugly. I do not like interdictions. I dislike interdictions the most out of everything in this game. But there's nothing I can do about it. So I still have 2,100 hours even though there's interdictions. Sis left. Because it is what it is. And when I complain to Frontier, I get a message back saying it's working as intended. So, intended for you, you know, I don't care for that. I don't like it when the throttle sticks and it goes to maximum when you go to 0 on the throttle. This is a 55 million credit ship. Why should the throttle stick? It would be back at the dealer and I'd be screaming at them. But it happens on all my ships. And my son says it's because I circle around the planets and come in on the other side, and that causes the throttle to stick. But it even sticks during an interdiction. It'll stick. Where I'm trying to keep it at the bottom of the blue throttle bar, and it'll go all the way to maximum. It's unacceptable. It's broken. They need to fix it. And yeah, it's cool when they come out with content like the fleet carriers, but they need to fix the problems too. Is this left?
Docking request granted.
And if you watch the forums, you'll hear about all the issues. Because people are not shy about complaining about the issues. And they shouldn't be. I'm glad they do. Because I'm hoping someday Frontier fixes these issues. They need to have a group of developers that their 100% of their job is fixing issues. And then they can have developers that are bringing new content. But they need to be working on the issues all the time to fix all of those. They have a really good platform here. They could make it a great game if they wanted to.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
If they would take care of all the issues and cut down or have it where you can select in settings for none, low, medium, high interdictions, then I would be thrilled. But then, of course, my cargo mission rewards would be a lot smaller. That's why they're so high, is because we have to go through interdictions. Okay. We need to offload these 2 missions, because that's the round trip, and that's the gravy, that's the bonus. Is to deliver those. And when she comes over, the computer comes over and says mission critical message, wherever you're at, it shoots you up to the top. It gets in the way all the time, knocks you out of what you're trying to do. Is this right? See, I still have that consumer technology one I need to find. Where is that? There it is. We needed a little over 4, and we got over 15 million just in the round trip. Now, we get as high as 22 million just one way. And I probably average around 12 to 15 million per run. So you can make lots of credits. Like, I have 8.3 billion. If I hadn't restarted the game twice already, like erase my whole profile and start all over because I got bored, I would have well over probably 12 million or 12 billion if I would have not restarted. But especially since I heard that they were going to have fleet carriers back last year, it made me determined not to restart. Like, oh, that's probably not a good idea. So, I do appreciate you coming along. Please subscribe to my channel. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps me with YouTube, where I get support from them. And it lets you know when I come out with this new content for the fleet carriers. and for space legs and for planetary bases, personal planetary bases, and by the end of the year. So all this content that's coming out, I will be right on top of it. So just keep in touch, or subscribe and watch the videos that I come out with, and you'll learn about everything that's happening. So that I enjoy, of course. I'm not a super combat person, so you won't see most of the combat, and I don't have squadrons, and there's a few things that I don't do, but the things that I do, it's kind of the base stuff, and then you can take off from there. And underneath the video, the bottom of the description, you'll see options to donate. Please consider donating to us, because that would really help us with producing these videos. And underneath the video to the left, you'll see my YouTube channel, GFM_RDG, where you can watch all of those 500 plus videos. So until next time, as always, I really mean it. Thank you for watching.